Sure. How about that?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Like crazy.
I'm not guaranteeing those 30-year-old tires.
Let's go! Yeah! So sick.
Nice. Okay. You filming? Okay, so everybody's always wanted a video with Vic's bike. Vic's here.
Yeah.
I've never done a video because,
Let's go.
you know, we want to do it with Vic. So, Vic, let's talk a little about this bike. This is the 1 foot tabletop crazy photo.
Yep, here she is.
This is the frame. So I bought this from you, what? God, that's like 15 years?
No. It's been a long time.
I bought this from you a long time ago.
Long time ago.
And I slowly built it up, talking to you about what parts. And we'll wait for this flapped out Toyota.
It's sick.
It's sick, but I think somebody got her cat.
Yeah, the muffler came up.
Between you and I think Brad helped me figure out which pedals you ran.
Oh,
so.
SX all day long.
So yeah, let's talk about the day of that 1 foot table photo. You guys were going to get tacos or something?
Well, yeah, we were on our way to Mission Trails, and so I got the cover of Ride at Mission Trails.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that earlier. My bars at Mission Trails, I probably only jumped once, and my bars moved like back in my lap. So
yeah.
You can tell, like, I'm like, oh, like, I was not happy. I can't even believe that made the cover, because my bars were like, just like this.
But then the black and white one earlier, they were normal.
Yeah, they were normal on the curved one, but
everything that's noise you can
whatever. We probably might need that later. But yeah, so we were just riding around San Diego, Brad McDonald, and then I was like, oh, we got to go to Etna's curb, which Etna's still.
Good taco place?
It's like the best pizza place.
Oh, okay.
It's still there, like 5-cheese pizza. Go get it.
Okay.
Amazing. But I'm like, oh, we should go ride this curb. And Brad, I don't know what he remembers of it, but everybody remembers everything differently. So they're thinking differently, right? But he wasn't into it. He's like, a curb, let's go to Mission Trails. I'm like, no, this curb is sick. And so we were riding it, and I wasn't really thinking much of it, except for I like that curve. But Tony Skojek was doing tail whips.
Yeah.
He was doing tail whips off of that curve, and you can see Tony, the Panther. You can see him in front of me in that photo. But yeah, we were just riding it, doing tables, just regular tables, 1 foot tables. And then he's like, all right, I got it, let's go. He was taking it pretty far back. Like,
yeah, like so if that was the curb cut, he was probably...
Yeah, he was far.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's got his fancy whatever. Like, I don't know what camera he's using, but fancy lens, whatever. Yeah, so we were just riding, and he's pretty far back just shooting pictures. And then we packed it up and went to Mission Trails.
And it wasn't even like that big a deal, and then like...
That thing progressed.
Yeah, like I feel like even when in the mid-90s, people were like, oh, that's a cool photo, but as time went on, people look back on it, and honestly, I mean, to be honest, this frame's from 1981.
Yeah, this thing,
you know, because it's a Skyway TA, because you guys bought all the TAs and stickered them.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah, and this thing is legit. So if you ever come up here, this thing feels identical.
I mean, we went over all the parts. Yeah. I mean, this one right here, if you look, we got the
that's it.
The Pro Next 3 XL, which was like...
Nobody had that thing. Like, I don't even know where I got it. I never saw it, even when I owned it. Like, when I had it, I never saw it.
You know what I always thought was funny? Because when was that photo? Was that 91?
That was 93.
Okay. So these forks, these S&M pitchforks, literally had to have just came out.
Yeah.
You know, that was like the brand new beefy fork. And I was like, I always thought you had redline, like the redline
Yeah.
forks.
Well, you know how it was back then. You break everything.
Yeah. But I was so surprised when I kept digging and I found out you had pitchforks, and I was like, had been looking for redline forks for so long.
And the brakes too, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking state of the art technology.
Well, when those came out,
there.
we all thought they were going to work so good, and they don't do it.
Sick though. I mean, at the time, they were the best.
And then
So good.
you got single pitch flights, which I mean they still are awesome. And that sprocket was pretty new at the time.
Yeah, the sprocket was something weird. That was like, I must have been, you know how you're always been the sprockets back then.
I thought it was weird you had Peregrine bars.
Yeah, Peregrine was legit, because even their mags wouldn't break as fast as the Skyways.
No, I rode Peregrine bars, but
Yeah.
you know, like when I first saw the photo and you don't get into it, I think so many people think of your bike with the front Peregrine or the top with forklifters, you know, like more like your green bike setup, you know, like in the Hicks in Action.
Yeah.
I think the Hicks in Action bike is what people pictured this bike to be.
Right.
But that was like 3 years back, you know?
I don't even think, I can't say 100%, but this isn't the Hicks in Action frame.
This is one you put together after that?
Yeah, I'm like...
How many, when you bought all the Skyways for the Dirt Bros company, because the Skyways, the red light forks, which were dope forks, and then the sprocket pocket, how many frames do you remember buying?
How many frames did I buy?
Yeah.
I have the receipt.
You do?
Yeah, it was 5 million.
Oh, shit. Did you guys drive up to Reading to get frames?
No, they got shipped. They shipped them to our apartment.
Oh my God.
So the truck pulled up, the semi truck.
Yeah.
Pulled up, and they must have had the forklift on the back.
Yeah.
They dropped a pallet in this, like on the street.
Yeah.
Like in a parking spot.
I'm sure Skyway at that time, because it was like 90.
Yeah, it was 91, 91, yeah.
So they've been sitting on these for 10 years. They're like,
Oh yeah. I called them. I got them for $35 each.
really? Because the whole kit was like what, 180 or something?
It wasn't even that much. Yeah, I'm gonna go through some of that. I mean, I have all that. I have all the receipts for everything and all the original ad. Because you remember the original ad was in Go.
Yeah.
And that was Brad Blanchard, like sitting next to that homeless dude. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it said, like, call us, get the bike for. Was it one?
I want to say it was like frame fork and sprocket pocket. Maybe it was, I want to say 160 or 180.
Yeah, it was cheap.
I know that was at the time where, like, if you got a Wilkerson Airlines or like the Condors, like the Hoffmans, they had just went over $200, which was a kind of a big deal.
Well, no, because this was before that. These were before that.
Those Wilkersons I know were out before, because they came out in 90.
90?
Yeah.
Huh.
But the Condors may have not, because those were like,
that seems later.
Those were like a year or two, like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but the Wilkersons did come out in 90.
We'll have to get,
But,
I believe that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, how long did you end up riding this bike for? Like,
I had it for a little while. I don't remember. I must have had it until I started getting the power lights.
because you guys kind of got on that GT power light flow.
Yeah,
thing.
you remember Big E was the manager of Powerlight, and Eddie Roman went to work for him. So I was doing so many video things with Eddie that they were like, my bike was always like jacked up or whatever. So they would just give me bikes to go ride and do videos and stuff. So it wasn't ever a sponsorship thing. It was like, let's keep this guy.
I just remember like when Cheese came out, you and Brad both had like more modern looking.
Yeah,
I think Brad had a
Powerlight.
TA with like a custom gusset in it for part of it.
Yeah, because Brad got GT stuff as well.
Yeah, but then it looked like he had a fueler later on in that thing. So.
Yeah, that was just for convenience. I was working on cars so much during the 90s, like, and having Powerlight. Like, I'd get flat tires. Eddie would be like, hey, let's make a video. And I'd be like, cool, I got flat tires. And Big E would just send me a whole bike.
I mean, but that was still before GT went, you know, they were still good bikes then.
Yeah.
And like the Powerlight jump, you had the Powerlight big jumping one.
Yeah.
And the fuelers,
the
those were still like
whatever.
they weren't kooky bikes.
Yeah, no, they were great.
Yeah,
they were good, but they were aluminum.
Yeah.
I was riding the aluminum.
Oh, you ride the, oh, so
Yeah.
Brad had the chromoly one.
Yeah, I'd ride the aluminum with the V brakes. I was like, yeah. I was super pumped until I snapped it like right in half, doing 180 on the street, and then I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the old chromoly.
So,
So there
cool.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Check out the bike. I'll set it over here. You can let everybody check it out.
It's,
I'm just psyched you finally got to come see it, man.
It is perfect. It is exactly. It feels like a time machine. And look at that head tube sticker. Come on.
Did you guys just make those stickers at Kinko's?
Oh,
I mean, it looks like, you don't put them on the clear sticker at Kinko's.
no, it was all typeset stuff. Even the Dirt Bros logo, like this is before computers. Like I had to go to a typesetter.
Yeah.
I have the receipts. Like, and so even the sticker, it was like I found some, you know,
Because this thing I've seen,
sticker.
you'd see things and sometimes they look like you have more stickers or like.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were just, has this been repainted
Oh
and
yeah,
stickered?
yeah. This is not the original stickers. This right here,
That's original.
I mean that right there is priceless. 'Cause
But this bike's been painted and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess you were doing cars, so painting the bike really wasn't a big
It's
deal.
probably, who knows, probably spray paint. I don't know. But just that, oh man, that was a holdover. That was the OG right there.
Yeah, just crazy to think, like, because that photo now has became so, so iconic. And I swear this is like the noisiest this street's ever been. Trying to film this. This is like all like last minute. We didn't even like plan. Vic just called and so we're just throwing this together. So
It's perfect. Dude, yeah, so super stoked you got it all together.
yeah, I'm psyched too. So,
Looks perfect.
thank you, buddy.
BMX history. We're still making it.
Yeah. Well, let's fix your bike.
All right.
Since we already fixed this one.